So let me go back to the history of the Russell Medical Foundation Golf Classic is what we originally started out, and you know, the teams are $2,000, so it is by some standards quite pricey, but by other standards, being able to play at Willow Point, being able to get the tee gifts, and typically we are able to do a Sunday night reception where we gather 100, 150 people. But of course with COVID, things are a little different. We didn't get to do the Sunday night thing. So you really get a lot for your bang, and you're also bringing, you're benefiting Russell Medical in some capacity. The foundation is supporting. So when I went to Russell Medical back, I've soon be there 6 years, one of the things that Jim Peace and I talked about was we really wanted a top-notch golf tournament. And we just felt that a lot of businesses would support that. You know, not everyone likes a gala, not everyone likes to go to an art show, but typically every business is going to have a team that plays golf. And truly it was, and we have had a full roster ever since the beginning of it. This is our 5th year. We had really hoped to have a good bang up, you know, a fun time with the dinner and just a shout out for our 5th year. But again, we'll save that for the 6th year. I think we're going to do, you know, say the 5th year over. But yes, 5th year, and we have changed the name of it. It has now become the Russell Medical Foundation Invitational because we are limited to a certain amount of teams, so therefore we have to invite, and it's the, you know, you have first right of refusal. Every year we have a project to benefit from the tournament. So for the first 4 years of the tournament, all the money has gone to the Russell Medical UAB Medicine Cancer Center. But we had a need in our oncology department this year, so they will benefit from this. There's a piece of machinery that Dr. Lance Patterson had asked us to see if we could do a fundraiser for, so that's where the money's going to go this year. But in previous years we have used the money to buy iPads for the patients in our cancer center. We did a total refurbish of the waiting area at the Russell Medical Cancer Center, and we have done a lot with it. We just bought last year a Piccolo analyzer. It helps the patients. It streamlines when they come in. My understanding is that they have to determine if they can have their treatment, and this lets them know sooner than later so they don't have to wait around as long. So it was a great piece of equipment, and we bought a head positioning device for the cancer center. So all the money, we already have a project in mind. We don't just raise the money and then determine what we're going to do with it. We already know where that money's going to go. To see this many people come out every year to support Russell Medical through this invitational, it's amazing. I mean, and it's quite emotional just to know that they're here, that they want to do it. When COVID did a lot of shutdown and we knew we weren't going to be able to do things quite like we had in previous years, I asked a few of the players, do you still want to play? Do you still want to pay to play, even though we can't give you all the bells and whistles that you're used to? And I remember his comment was, we don't want to pay to play, we want to pay to win. So we appreciate all of them. We couldn't do it without them, and it's a fun day. And a big shout out to Russell Lands on Lake Martin for donating the use of the course, and for CAC, the men's golf team at CAC, for helping us set up. And we have some great sponsors around here.
And it was all about creating support for the foundation and support for our local community hospital, which was the bigger picture. But we also wanted to create friends for the hospital, and we thought that the foundation would be a great way to do that. There's a lot of people that love to play golf. There's a lot of people that love to come out and play golf at Willow Point. It's a rare golf course to get to play on an annual basis. And so we open that up and make that available. You know, it's one of those things that we in the golfing world like to say that it's an invitational kind of thing now, because we're limited to a certain number of teams. But it's always fun, and Tammy and Emily and crew always do a great job, so it's just a lot of fun. The golf tournament really is just one additive to what we do at the foundation. We do several things throughout the year, but this was the one that we felt like was something that we could look to our vendors, look to our supporters of our hospital, look to people in our community that wanted to give back to the foundation and wanted to give back to the hospital. And so the golf tournament was one of those. We set it this time of the year because we're not competing with anybody. Most tournaments are over with, yet the weather is just beautiful. It's a good time of the year to do it. and it's just fun. It's fun. Football's in full swing by now, but we do a Monday, and the course is closed, so we have an exclusive to Willow Point, which is on a sunny, beautiful day, and out at Willow Point, there's just nothing better. We use our funds for a host of different things, and let me say that first and foremost, our foundation is trying to give scholarship opportunities to future providers, to future nurses, to future doctors, to future lab techs, radiology techs, pharmacists, physical therapists. I mean, it goes on and on and on. We're trying to build the future. We may not have the pleasure of seeing some of them come out of school and come back to their community and practice, but we're laying the foundation for that to happen, and that's really what our foundation has done for a number of years. But we've also started looking at things in technology, and science and health. Everything's about technology and modernization. And we're proud at Russell to say that we've got a lot of new technology at our business. There's so many times I could tell you that we were first in the state as a rural hospital to do things that I could probably be here for a few minutes just telling you that we're the first, and we're proud of that. But that's all led by our physicians, and our physicians talk about new technology and new things that they need in the OR, new things that they need in the lab, or new things even they need in our cath lab. And so we look at what are those opportunities for us, and we try to identify those and use these funds for things like that. We've earmarked various things over the years and used those. It goes back into the hospital to advance the care or to advance an education. Well, the support of our hospital and this community is a blessing. I tell people all the time, and I know folks get tired of listening to me say this, the DNA in this community is just phenomenal. It's not something that you just wake up one day and it's there. It's here, and people take a great deal of pride in who we are and what we do and everything that we do. And this course is yet another example of that pride that exists, thanks to Mr. Ben Russell. It's wonderful to be a part of an organization that you have so many people that want to come out and support, and to see faces. This is the first time we've gotten to see these guys this year because we've had to cancel because of the pandemic, various functions that we do. So this is our first one, our first event for the foundation this year. Probably will be our last event for this year, but there's always 2021, and we're always looking for the next opportunity. We've got some fun things that we're talking about in 2021 for the foundation. So.